Good evening and thank you for joining us on Christmas Day. It is now time for our daily English Flash News edition. As usual, I'm Daniel Cook, your host, 6 days a week at 6 p.m. for the Albanian news in English. It is December 25th and the Christians all over the world are celebrating Christmas Day. Here in the city of Tirana, it is no exception. At midnight, the Catholic churches in Albania held the traditional Mass celebrating the birth of Jesus. The Catholic Archbishop Mirdita made a public speech on this day that is revered by the Christian world. During his speech, he prayed for more peace and prosperity. He encouraged the believers to be more generous with the poor and the sick. He said, "Dear brothers and sisters, each of you have lit a candle to fill you with joy and to lead you toward the meeting with Christ. I hope that he enlightens your life and your families for many years to come. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2015. At the Orthodox Cathedral, the Mass was headed by Archbishop Janulatos, who appealed for more unity and peace between the people. He said, "Let us celebrate Christmas by using inspiration, faith, and hope to overcome our personal and social problems. Merry Christmas to all." Many of the nation's politicians have given their blessings for Christmas this year, addressing the people and temporarily leaving politics aside. The President of Albania, Bujar Nishani, the Assembly Speaker, Ilir Meta, and the Democratic Party Chairman, Lulzim Basha, all issued a joint message for Christmas. They greeted the people on Christmas Day and wished them prosperity and peace. The President of Albania gave his first Christmas message of the day from the Orthodox Cathedral in Tirana. A bit later, he visited the Cathedral of St. Peter, where he expressed his wish to have an Albanian cardinal by next year. The Speaker of the Assembly also had a message for Christian believers and for all Albanians. Mr. Meta wished for blessings, good luck, and joy for all Albanian families. The Democratic Party chairman conveyed his message from the city of Shkodra. He said, "I want to wish a Merry Christmas to all Christian believers, all believers in God, and all Albanians. Let us join in a feast of hope, love, and faith. I am aware that this holiday finds many Albanians and their families not in good conditions for holiday celebration. I wish from the bottom of my heart that this celebration will make us optimistic about a better tomorrow. Merry Christmas." Prime Minister Edi Rama gave his Christmas greetings to all of the Albanians on his various social networking accounts. The giving of presents is a tradition on Christmas Day in many cultures, and here in Albania, it is no different. Traditionally, the giving of gifts is focused on the kids, and the parents do a lot of shopping leading up to the holidays to buy the things that the children have requested. This year, teenagers and children have done a lot of shopping on their own as well to purchase gifts for their friends and families on this special day. The shop owners in Tirana say that the most preferred presents are those that express feelings of love and those that might carry sentimental value. Many of the people of Albania have Christmas Day off, which leaves them time to go out and shop for last-minute gifts. The holiday has once again caused quite a bit of backup at the customs point of Kakavia, as many people are out traveling to see their families. The highest number of people waiting in line was recorded on Wednesday afternoon and the early hours of Thursday morning. Only one ticket office is open at this customs point, leading to long delays in the checking of buses and documentation. Albanian citizens who wanted to travel abroad for the holidays have unfortunately had to wait in line for several hours. About 7,500 people have entered the Kakavia customs point during the last 24 hours, and in total, more than 25,000 have been registered entering Albania. After about 2:30 on Thursday, the influx of travelers decreased to some extent, and the customs point has begun to normalize. The Greek side now has 3 ticket offices open. Albanian MPs are now going to be drawing higher salaries after a decision that they approved during the last plenary session of 2014. This surprise decision was very well hidden from the media. The new compensation package increases the salaries of the MPs. This increase has been presented as a stipend to cover rent expenses for those MPs who are renting their homes. The salary of an MP will now be 378,000 new lek per month. Previously, the salary for MPs was 7,125 lek per day, while the heads of parliamentary groups received a somewhat larger sum. A head of a parliamentary group that is composed of more than 10 MPs gets about 15% more than the set MP salary. Parliamentary group heads with 10 or fewer MPs get 5% more than the MP salary. The MPs are also paid 20,000 lek for their participation in parliamentary commissions. These salaries are actually worth a bit more for the MPs because a lot of their expenses are covered as well. If they have to travel within Albania, they are compensated with 6,271 lek per night, and if they travel abroad, they get 3,000 per night. The MPs that do not live in the city are now going to receive 30,000 to 35,000 per month to cover rent expenses. Interestingly, the decision that was adopted yesterday also provides punishment for MPs who do not attend plenary sessions. Now, absence from the Assembly will be punishable unless the MP gets specific permission from the Assembly Speaker. Blood feud remains a serious problem here in Albania, and one family in the north has been living in hiding for 3 years. The Demai family has been living in seclusion and secrecy out of fear of attack from another family and the blood feud between them. The history of blood feud for these two families began in Kosovo. On the 16th of May 2012, one of the sons of the Demai family was violently ambushed by 3 people. He killed 2 of his attackers, and ever since then, his entire family has been living in fear. His mother, Nuri Demai, appeals to the state to save their family from the fear of death. She says that this other family lives only 10 minutes away, forcing them to live in hiding and in constant fear of attack. The international donations for blood feud have not yet benefited this family. Its 11 members live in isolation and have not received any help. The only income they have is from pensions, most of which are spent on medications. Nuria calls for help. She asks the state for protection for her family and education for her children. She asks for the state's help to end this blood feud that is endangering her family. In the Albanian city of Korça, Christmas is being celebrated somewhat differently than in other cities of the nation. The opening of a new skating rink, as well as a brand new 33-meter-high tower, have turned this city into an attractive destination for celebrating the holiday. It has been announced that for the rest of December, entry to the skating rink will be completely free of charge. The ice rink offers a unique attraction, and visitors to Korça can celebrate the holiday in a fun and unique way. The presidency has chosen Christmas Day to open up a unique and very special display for the Albanian citizens. The presidency has opened its doors for all citizens who are curious to see a copy of the oldest known book in the Albanian language. The book was written by John Buzuku and is entitled Meshar. The book was written in 1555 and was gifted to President Nishani by Pope Francis. The book has aroused the curiosity of many of the citizens, and a large number have visited the presidency to see it. Some of them feel that the first document of the Albanian language should have been exposed to the public earlier. The doors of the presidency were opened from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock for the Albanian citizens to come and see the first book in the Albanian language. Starting tomorrow, the Theater of Opera and Ballet will be presenting their final show for the year of 2014. The ballet will be performed on 4 different days and it comes in a two-part segment. In the first part, the show is based on Stravinsky's masterpiece and portrays the relationship between primitive men and the elements of nature. In the second part, man's internal battle between violence and peace is portrayed. The ballet is starring the Albanian dancer Rezart Stafa, who is returning to perform in his homeland after a 10-year career in Italy. He is full of emotions at the thought of performing in front of the Albanian public. This is his first performance in Albania, and he hopes that his fellow Albanians will like it. The premiere of the ballet will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the Theater of Opera and Ballet. The show will be performed again on the 27th, 28th, and 30th at the same time of day. That is all the news for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We hope you have a wonderful Christmas evening, and we will see you tomorrow at the same time for more Albanian news in English. Thanks, and good night.